And welcome to The Bottom Line, where we break down the most pressing economic and business issues of the day. Artificial intelligence, we don't even call that anymore. We all know it by its acronym AI, increasingly permeates our lives. Polish businesses are also under growing pressure to implement AI effectively, but by the looks of it, they are definitely challenged by some issues as well. Joining me to discuss these relevant issues is Michał Madura from Grant Thornton. Good afternoon, and thank you very much for joining us.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for the invitation.
Great to have you with us. So Grant Thornton's consultancy work has great insight into where Polish businesses stand when it comes to AI implementation. What would you say are your immediate conclusions of the past few years or so?
Well, definitely, AI was a very hyped term, as you mentioned in the material previously. Everyone spoke about it. Each enterprise was interested into implementing such solutions in their businesses, but depends on the data. We are not pretty sure how many organizations already implemented such solutions, because based on the Eurostat, the average for the Europe is the 8% of small and middle enterprises. For Poland is 3.7% of companies that already implemented some AI solutions. But all of the data and the reports based on the declarations. So as well, you can find the information that in Poland, almost 62% of medium and large organizations say that they completed or work on implementation of AI in their environment.
Yeah, and so I want to stop you right there. I want to stop you right there, if I may.
Right.
So we hear that in 2023, 20% of businesses completed AI implementation, and that in 2024, 42% of businesses are in the process. So I wanted to ask you to elaborate on what that actually means, the completion of AI implementation and the process of AI implementation. What does that actually mean for businesses?
That's a great question, and I do not know the answer, unfortunately, and I am afraid that no one knows, because AI is quite a large topic. And currently, in the last 2 years, when we think about artificial intelligence, mostly we think about large language models and generative AI. So the tools similar to Microsoft Copilot or ChatGPT by OpenAI. But if we think a little bit wider, we will find the different solutions that base, for example, on machine learning or the whole huge databases that were used, for example, in the production or in a manufacturing companies. So I'm not sure what companies declare as complete implementation of AI in terms of their business. But if we look on what happened in the industries, we can find the data that the most common usage for the AI currently are the tools or the areas of the organizations that are quite specific. So for example, the majority of organizations use AI tools for the customer service, cybersecurity and fraud prevention, digital assistance, and customer relationship management. But we have to keep in mind that majority of those actions are basically research and development programs and some experiments around such solutions and such tools. And as usually, we have to face the problem of collapse or situation when something go wrong with the experiment. And I saw today the data, what happened with the organizations that already worked with AI and they have some experience on that field. There are few areas where AI is meeting expectations. For example, sales and sales operations, software code development, marketing. But at the same time, there are areas that are not meet the expectations in a full or any way. And for example, those areas are non-software R&D, IT, or knowledge worker effectiveness. So in some elements and in some areas of the businesses, we can use AI, understand as a generative AI to leverage business, but in some cases, unfortunately, it's not the ideal solution.
Just moving on to issues now, the issue of hallucinations, AI hallucinations. So just for our viewers, AI hallucinations is when AI models generate incorrect or misleading information. So I wanted to ask you to elaborate a little bit on that in the context of generative AI. It's a sinister sounding term, and I wanted to ask you how the industry can actually counteract this issue with actually the challenges of actually benefiting the operational, well, actually being able to benefit from the operational benefits of AI, because obviously, you know, there are the benefits and then obviously this rather serious issue.
Well, first of all, AI is not the holy grail, and it will not solve all the problems that business has for the daily basis, unfortunately. But if we use this technology in the certain context, we can get a lot of benefits. But introducing AI into organization is some kind of a transformative project, like a digital transformation, basically. So we have to prepare for it in a good way. And in my opinion, and based on my experience, it's all about, on one hand, the process analysis and let's say X-ray of all the processes inside the organization, how it works offline. So what happened with the people, what happened with the digital products, what kind of information are going between tools and databases. Cause we will not have an efficient tool if we will not work on a basis. So, and such a basis for the AI is basically the database and data it used to recommend or answer our questions. So that's the reason why we see some hallucinations or some problems during working with this tool. But from my perspective, the first thing is taking care of the data. How we collect them, how we store them, and how we work with them inside our organizations. The second thing is the process analysis and let's say the proper approach to the process redefinition and redesign. And last but not least, AI as ordinary technology is a tool we have to adapt into the context of our organization. Several months ago, we've been working on a very interesting project dedicated for healthcare professionals. And we try to figure out how artificial intelligence might support doctors during the doctor's appointment. And one of the outcomes of the research was that artificial intelligence and the tool we will put into the desk during doctor's appointment will change experience of the both sides. So the experience of the doctor will be different because he will use the tool that is based on this technology. But on the other side, the patient will also have a different experience during this conversation or the appointment. And this is a case we have to figure out and take care of, because changing experience and changing the status quo we have currently in many industries because of implementing AI or others technology can influence bad and good into our business. And this is something we have to keep in mind.
That's great. I mean, that's a lot of very interesting insight that you've given us. Thank you so much. Michał Madura from the Grand Thornton branch in Warsaw. Thank you so much for joining us today on The Bottom Line on Business Arena. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that is the bottom line this afternoon. Make sure you join us tomorrow at 5 p.m. on TVP World. But make sure you don't go away, because coming up now is World Talks with Don Arleth, who speaks to Jovanka Jakubek-Lalik about recent political controversies. And that's all for now on Business Arena. I was your host, Marie Cato. Goodbye.